You know what's strange? Really, when adults say they don't feel safe and the whole world stops. Meetings happen, police get called, restrictions get put in place immediately. When it's a 7-year-old kid, when a 7-year-old says he doesn't feel safe, sometimes it feels like people just keep walking by. My grandson, Connor, is in 2nd grade. He went to school expecting to learn math or play at recess or come home talking about dinosaurs and Pokemon or whatever Connor's into that week. Instead, this week he came home humiliated. A child, allegedly, put him into a chokehold, forced his head into a urinal that had been used, and flushed it on him. This is the part that I can't stop thinking about. This is the part that breaks my heart. I have a hard time even talking about it. He kept saying the same thing to administrators and teachers and principals and social workers and nurses over and over and over again. I don't feel safe. And what happened? The world just went on. It just kept moving on. You ever notice how adults are quick to protect other adults? A grown person says they feel unsafe, and immediate consequences. Systems move, things are put into place, police are called, restraining orders are called, consequences happen in the blink of an eye. But children, 7-year-olds, like Connor, he's told, oh, they're just kids. Boys will be boys. They're just fooling around. Try to ignore it. Go back to class with your urine-soaked hair. Let the kids tease you. It's just what kids do. How does a 7-year-old ignore fear? How does a 7-year-old ignore humiliation? How does a little boy sit in class after something like that happens and believe the adults around him are there to protect him when they're clearly doing nothing? There's this moment in this movie, and those of you that know me know I speak in movies. There's a moment in the movie's called A Time to Kill. And the lawyer is Matthew McConaughey, Jake Brigance, and he asks the jury to close their eyes and imagine this whole horrific scene, right? And they're picturing this scene of the violation that occurred on a little girl. And at the very end of his speech, he says, now imagine that the victim is white. And the reason that scene is so powerful isn't because I manipulated them. It was powerful because it forced people to stop looking away from what happened just because the victim was different. In that case, the victim was a little black girl. In this case, the victim is a child instead of an adult. I want you to picture your child, your brother, your nephew, your grandson, your little brother, your self. And picture this tiny pair of sneakers walking into a school bathroom. And this horrific thing happening to him. Someone coming up to him expecting a hug, and instead he gets put into a chokehold and his head put in a urinal that had been used and flushed. Coming out of that bathroom crying to administrators that he doesn't feel safe, that he wants his mom, and no call was made. Instead, he's told, go back to class, embarrassed, smelling like urine, crying for his mom. He's 7 years old. This video isn't about revenge. It's not about attacking the school. It's not about even attacking the administrators. It's not about creating chaos. It's about asking a question that every parent needs to be asking. When did we start protecting institutions faster than we protect our children? When did that happen? When did that start? Children don't always have the words adults do. Sometimes they don't know how to say, I'm feeling unsafe. Sometimes it's just, I'm scared. Sometimes it's just, please help me. Sometimes it's just, I want my mom. These words should stop every adult in their tracks. I'm not asking for institutions to be perfect, but I'm asking for them to have a sense of humanity. I'm asking for schools to listen before these situations escalate. I'm asking for the parents of these children to be called, to be informed, to be given the right to comfort their child. I am asking for kids to know that their fear matters too, that their feeling unsafe matters too. Because what children remember most is not always the incident. It's the adults around them that were meant to protect them when it happened that didn't. This is where feelings of unsafeness get worse. This is where feelings of loneliness get worse. This is where children start to feel like they don't matter. He's 7 years old. The silence protects the systems in place, not the children. We need to speak up to protect the children. This is not something new. This is not something that is just 2026. This has been happening for decades. When are we going to get together and use our voices to stop this from happening? Are you the parent of a child that this has happened to? If you are, comment. If you are, share this video. If you are, do something about it. We have to speak up. Are you the parent of someone who perpetuates this on other kids? What are you doing about it? Are you the principal of a school where this is happening, but you're too busy going to a board meeting to deal with it or to make a phone call? Think about that. What are you doing to help the situation, or are you causing more harm in the long run? We need the message to go viral. We need people to speak up. We need people to understand this is not okay. This is not okay. I want better for my grandson. I wanted better for my children. I want better for my great-grandchildren. How do we do that, you guys? How do we do that? We unite. We unite and we speak up and we let our voices be heard. I hope that this video has touched you in some way, because I think bullying touches each of us. Not all the time, but it has touched each of us at some point in our lives. And when is it going to stop? When is it going to stop?